Hi, my name is Atif and welcome to this video. In this video, we are going to learn about the navigation rail view. So let's start by creating a new project in Android Studio. Choose the empty views activity, click next, type the name of project that will be navigation rail view. Make sure to choose language Java and click finish. To implement the navigation rail view, we need the material library which is mostly already added in the build.gradle file. After adding the material library, open the activity main.xml file to start designing the UI. Let's replace the constraint layout with the relative layout. After that, we will set a gray background color to our relative layout using the property background, and I am using the gray color with the code hash f2 f2 f2. After removing the text view, we need to add navigation rail view. Navigation rail view width will be wrap content and height will be match parent. After setting the width and height, we need to set the ID to this navigation rail view, and ID will be navigation rail view. Our next step is to show some menu items in this navigation rail view, and for that we need to create it first. Right click on resource folder, click new, click Android resource directory, choose the resource type menu, click OK. After that, we need to create menu file in this directory. Click new, click menu resource file, type the name which will be nav menu. Click OK. So far, we have created menu resource directory and menu file. Now inside this nav menu.xml file, we will start creating the menu items that we want to show in navigation rail view. Let's start by creating first menu item. ID will be action dashboard. After setting the ID, we need to set the title of this item using the property title, and title will be dashboard. We also need to show an icon in this item. So let's create it in variable folder. Right click on variable folder, click new, click vector asset, click the clip art icon, choose the icon, home, click OK. Let's rename this icon with the name home black. Click next and finish. Let's show this icon in the menu item using the property icon. Similarly, we will create another menu item using the property item. ID of this menu item will be ID action favorites. After that, we will set the title, and title will be favorite, and to show an icon we need to create it first. Right click on tribal folder, click new, click vector asset, click the clip art icon, search for the icon with name fav, choose an icon, click OK. Let's rename the icon with the name favorite black. Click next and finish. Now we can show that icon in our menu item using the property icon. Similarly, we will create another menu item, item ID. ID will be action chats. After setting the ID, we need to set the title to the item, and title will be chats. Let's create an icon. Right click on variable folder, click new, click vector asset, click the clip art icon, search for the icon with name chat, click OK, rename the icon with name chat black, click next and finish. Now we will show that icon in our menu item using the property icon, and in the last we will create another menu item. ID of this menu item will be action account. After setting the ID, we will set title of this item using the property title, and title will be account. Now we need to create an icon. Right click on variable folder, click new, click vector asset, click the clip art icon, search for the icon with name person, choose an icon, click OK. Type the name of icon, that will be person black. Click next and finish. Now let's show that icon in our menu item using the property icon. Our nav menu.xml file is now completed. Now we will show that menu items in our navigation rail view using the property menu, and menu file name is nav menu, which is in the menu resource directory. Right click on layout folder, click new, click layout resource file, type the name nav header and click OK. We will use this layout file as the header of the navigation rail view. Replace the constraint layout with the relative layout. Width will be match parent and height will be wrap content. Inside this relative layout, we are going to create an image button with width and height wrap content. After that, right click on drawable folder, click new, click vector asset, click the clip art icon, search for the icon with name menu, choose an icon, click OK. We will apply some different color to our menu icon to look it more better and different. After choosing the color, rename the menu name with name menu. Click next and finish. Now we can show that icon in our image button using the property source and icon name is menu. We also need to set our transparent background color to this image button and padding will be 10 dp. ID of this image button will be menu button. And with that, our navigation header UI is now completed. Now we can show that header in our navigation rail view using the property header layout, and we will pass the name of header file. Okay, now we will create a relative layout with width match parent and height match parent. We need to place this relative layout to end of our navigation rail view using the property layout to end of. Now inside this relative layout, I am going to create a text view with width and height wrap content. Now we will set the initial text to this text view that will be dashboard. After setting the text, we will set an ID to this text view that will be selection text view. Now we need to place this text view in center of this relative layout using the property layout center in parent with value true. After that, open the main activity.java class and we will handle the menu item click listener. For that, we need to initialize the navigation rail view, navigation rail view, navigation rail view equal to find view by id r.id.navigation rail view. This is the id of navigation rail view in activity main.xml file. We also need to initialize the selection text view, name it as selection text view equal to find view by id r.id.selection text view, which is the id of text view in activity main.xml file. Now we will handle the navigation rail view menu item selected listener. Navigation rail view dot set on item selected listener new navigation bar view dot on item selected listener. This will implement a function on navigation item selected with a parameter of type menu item. We will get the ID of the menu item clicked by user from that parameter. Integer item ID equal to item dot get item ID. On basis of this item ID, we will check which menu item is clicked. And for that, we have created a condition if item ID equal to r.id.action dashboard. It means item dashboard is clicked. In that case, we will show a simple message to toast that will be dashboard. We will also change the text of selection text view. Selection text view dot set text and the text will be dashboard. Similarly, we will create another condition else if item ID equal to r.id.action action favorites. This condition will be called when user click the favorites menu item. Let's show a message using toast. Message will be favorites. We also need to change the text of selection text view. Just copy and paste after the toast. Change the text to favorites. After that, we will create another condition as if item ID equal to r.id.action chats. This condition will be called when user click the chat menu item. Copy the content of action favorites and paste in the action chats. After pasting the code, we need to change the text of toast to chats and also change the text of selection text view to chats. Let's copy this condition, copy and paste. After pasting the code, make sure to change the ID to action account. After that, we will change the text of toast to account, and the selection text view dot set text will be account. After handling the menu item click listener, we also need to return the value true to indicate that menu item is clicked. Make sure to return the value of true. Now run the app in an emulator or in real device to test the current progress. When the app runs successfully, we need to test if menu item selection is working fine or not. Okay, it's working fine. So far, it shows the label of the menu item that is selected. If we want to show labels of all menu items, we will use the property label visibility mode with value labeled. Run the app again. Now it should show labels of all menu items as well as that is selected. Now what if we want to show the labels of the menu item by clicking the menu button and hide the labels of menu item by clicking it again. For that we will handle the click listener of menu button, that is it, header view. Come in the on create function. We need to get the menu button from the header navigation rail view dot get header view dot find view by id r dot id dot menu button, that is the id of image button in the header view. Now we will set the click listener on it dot set on click listener new view dot on click listener. To toggle the menu item label visibility by clicking this button, we need to create a boolean variable in class level. We will define it as private, type will be boolean, and name of the variable will be is expanded, and initial value will be false. So by default labels will be hidden. If you want to show the labels by default, turn the value to true. To toggle between label visibility mode, we are going to create a function private void update navigation rail state. This function will require two parameters. First parameter will be navigation rail view and name of the parameter will be navigation rail view, and second parameter will be of type boolean and the name will be is expanded. Now we will create a condition to show and hide the label visibility. If is expanded, this means we need to show the label of menu items. Navigation rail view dot set label visibility mode, and as a parameter we will pass navigation rail view dot label visibility labeled. We also need to adjust the width of navigation rail view. Navigation rail view dot get layout params dot width equal to view group dot layout params dot wrap content. After that we will create an else statement which will be called in case of is expanded value is false. In that case we will hide the labels of all menu items. Navigation rail view dot set label visibility mode. Navigation rail view dot label visibility unlabeled. Now we need to adjust the width. Navigation rail view dot get layout params dot width equal to get resources dot get dimension pixel size. Inside this we need to pass the parameter r dot diamond dot navigation rail collapsed width. Now we need to create this file. Click OK. It has created a file named diamonds.xml file in the values folder, that is in the resource folder. Open the diamonds.xml file. We need to give a default width that will be 56 dp. Now open the main activity.java class again and come in the update navigation rail state function. After the else statement, we will call a code that is navigation rail view dot request layout to refresh the navigation rail view. After that, come in the on create function. After the initialization of navigation rail view, we will call this function with the parameters navigation rail view and is expanded to apply the default label visibility mode. After that, come in the click listener of menu button. Let's toggle the condition is expanded equal to not is expanded. After that, call the function update navigation rail state with parameters navigation rail view And second parameter is expanded. I have forgot to add a semicolon after the false statement. Our code is now completed. Let's start testing the app by running the project in an Android device or in emulator. Labels visibility is by default unlabeled because we have initialized the Boolean variable is expanded with default value of false. If you want to show the labels by default, initialize that variable with value of true. I have made the same video for the Kotlin language, so you may also check that.